Good afternoon. My name is Niko House, and I'm the host of a political radio show, Mi Casa es Su Casa. And I urge you all to join our One Follow $1 campaign. If you wish to support the show, just go to the go to the Patreon link below. Today, I wanted to talk about a huge event that's happened that many people seem to be totally ignoring. And although I'll cover this in my main show on Thursday, I wanted to do it again, just in case you all are, for whatever reason, not getting the message. Donald Trump met with Henry Kissinger last week. This should be all over the news, but it's not. Weirdly enough, not only is it being widely ignored on the right, it's also being largely ignored on the left. In fact, on both the right and the left, if it has been talked about, it's been ridiculously downplayed. Even Alex Jones talked about it and said it was just a soft meeting, that Henry Kissinger is just in the White House to give Trump a pat on the back and say you're doing a great job. Let's not forget who this man is. For those of us who, on both the left and the right, who didn't want Hillary Clinton in office, this man and his policies and the way she mirrored his style of leadership, because remember, he used to be Secretary of State as well under Gerald Ford and Richard Nixon, and the way that she operated as far as the installations of her own private dictators, destroying anyone who would not just ultimately yield over their resources to the United States, essentially anyone who wouldn't play ball, or when it comes to extending wars for political reasons, like in Iraq, when she said we need to start looking at Iraq as a business opportunity, the overthrowing the Mexican. The list really goes on. But essentially, the playbook we saw Hillary use when she was Secretary of State was the exact same playbook that Henry Kissinger has used, not only as Secretary of State, but as the advisor of George W. Bush as well. So, if anyone had any hope that Trump was going to lean away from the establishment, that may have been the case in the beginning. However, it's becoming more and more clear every day that he is not necessarily in control of his presidency. And that's just a fact. You can call it what you want to. This isn't even me bashing Trump, although there are several reasons we could do that as well. But this isn't me bashing Trump. This is me beginning to worry. Because this guy is a megalomaniac who does what he wants to, when he wants to, and sometimes doesn't even have an explanation for why he does it. However, it seems that there are obviously people behind the scenes trying to control this presidency. And it's no bueno. It's not good. You gotta understand, Henry Kissinger is a monster. Accumulated, there's a good chance that Henry Kissinger is responsible for more defenseless deaths, more innocent deaths than Hitler. If you want to combine Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, which we still don't even know why we were there exactly, South America, he was involved in Chile, he was involved in Mexico's altercations and conflict as well, Afghanistan and Iraq. He was actually in charge of the investigation into 9/11, which is probably why we've never seen him gone anywhere. He was the one who came up with the whole weapons of mass destruction, or he was one of the ones who helped, excuse me, but he was one of the ones who helped to create that narrative. So the fact that Trump is meeting up with him, although he's constantly insulted Hillary for even being friends with him, and even Bernie Sanders, she said she was proud that Henry Kissinger applauded the way she handled her job as Secretary of State, whereas Bernie Sanders said, I'm not friends with Henry Kissinger, and I never plan on becoming friends with Henry Kissinger, and I do not want him advising me, which is great because, like I said, he's a monster. So for those of you who are not paying attention to this stuff, this is huge, this is massive, this is extremely important, and I urge you all to do some more research on this as well, because this could be the beginning of a very, very, very dangerous presidency, not only domestically but abroad as well. Trump kind of got it right in Syria, but not necessarily in Yemen. Definitely not in Iran right now. Obviously, he hasn't got it right in Iraq and in Palestine and Israel, backing Palestine holistically. So, but if Kissinger gets involved, it's going to become scarier. And it looks like he's about to make his move. In fact, he even said in that quote he wanted to talk to Trump and meet in the White House to discuss a new peaceful world order. And he's always been he's the one who advocated for the United Nations. He said today the world would be outraged if the United Nations came into LA. But in a couple of years, when it comes to a major threat, whether it be a fake one or a real one, we would welcome the idea and we would bow down to our world government. That's some scary stuff. That's some scary stuff. So, like, share, comment below, donate to the One Follow $1 campaign, and always remember, ladies and gentlemen, find your balance. Peace.